Hey there everyone, this is Chef MKT, and welcome back to Let's Play Touhou Gensoumaroku, the Devil of Decline. Where's Patchouli Mouse Cursor? Here I am! Yay! Yay! So guys, I finally have broken 100 hours of playtime. Oh, what fun I've had with this game. Alright, so, I did a lot of grinding off screen, as you can tell. So I'll try to make this as quick as possible. So hopefully this will be very quick. Let's start with the back here. Okay, new Shikamis. Okay. G3, you can find this guy in the final two gear rooms, I guess you could say, in the final area. So this is one of them here. And as you can see here, the passes we have are plus 5 evasion, and I believe that's plus 5% casting speed on physical attacks. Yes. And I only just recently got this as well, so it's clearly not leveled yet, but it has this attack here that the tanks use and machine types use. So I'll be having fun using that all day. Next, we have the Queen Flayer. I also encountered this in the final gear room area. It has a weakness to pierce attacks, but gives you circle resistance to light and dark. And what does that last one say? I have no idea what that last one says, I'm sorry. I want to say it has something to do with instant death and 5%, so I'm not sure. Anyway, attacks. Energy Hand. Nothing much to write home about. Rainbow Ray, and Energy Riot. That's all it has so far. Next, we have the Machine Dragon. Now, this guy is really cool. Look at the stat growths. Lots of strength, dexterity, and intelligence, as well as a big HP and MP boost. It also gives circle resistance against light and dark, which is also fantastic. But check out its move list. Oh my god. So that's Coil. Single target physical attack can cause paralysis. It has Holy, single target light attack, 200 base power. It has Testament, is a 140 base power full screen attack. And it has Holy Breath, 70 base power. But then it has this, Evolution Breath. If you know from Genius of Sapphirose and or Definer Shrine Maiden, you know this attack is very powerful. Now check this out, it has 170 base power, right, full screen light attack, 170 base power, but it only costs 5 MP and has a 1-turn cooldown. Yeah, that's really efficient and cheap. Wow, totally abusing that like no tomorrow. Next we have this thing, I'm not quite sure what this is called, but this was in Genius of Sapphirose as well. And what do you do? What's your passive, buddy? 25%. I have actually no idea what that means. It does 25% of something, but I don't know. If anyone could translate that for me, that would be great. Alright, so let's take a look here. Here we have, what is this? Is this called Energy? I think this is Energy, right? Is this Energy? Yeah, this is called Energy. And what it does is that it heals your entire party. Yep. Right, but the catch is with Energy is that the amount it heals is based on your character's current HP. So if my Raimi only had 100 HP and she used Energy, it will only recover 100 HP for everyone else in my party as well. So you have to be very careful when you want to use Energy, right? Right. Next, we have D-Net. Yes, field effect prevents enemies from escaping. So yeah, and also damages all enemies on screen for a little bit. So very useful for Yakari hunting to prevent them from running away. Murasa also has this. So you have 2 D-Net users in the game so far. Destruction Ray, Mystic Elemental Attack, nothing to write home about there. What does this do? Is this the same thing that Aya has? Let me double check. Aya? That's Aya. Oh, whoops. Yeah, this is the same thing Aya has. Interesting. Let me just double check. 10, 1, let's call that. 10, 1, yeah. So this allows one character to act first. So I have 2 of these now. Interesting. I will so abuse that like no tomorrow as well. Alright, also picked up Star Platinum here. Circle resistance against blunt attacks, and watch other passive. Okay, it improves the chat. Huh. Now I know for a fact that this used to be like increases the chance of doing a double attack by 50%, but I think that was changed. And I think what it is that it actually improves the on multi-hitting attacks. It improves the minimum number of hits by 1, I think. So if, for example, you had a move that, well, take this for example here. This move here hits 1 to 5 times. I think what this passive does is that will now be 2 to 5 times instead of 1 to 5. So you have a higher average in general. Alright, so anyway, this is Aura Rush. Hits 1 to 5 times. Very useful for Yakari killing. Since it hits multiple times, medium plus power physical attack. Now actually, that's Shield Wall, and this is a chaser of some kind, but I don't know which one it is. Let me scroll up a bit. This is Axe Chaser, so this follows blunt attacks. Okay, cool. Next, we have this guy, the octopus machine guy from the previous floor of the tower, with all these gears and stuff. You know, all the pushing gears. Now, the interesting thing to note about this guy here, well, first of all, is weak to pierce, 10 evasion. Very, very small stat growth overall, as you can see. But yeah, so this could cause paralysis. That's Missile. Skewer. Tentacle. Now, this is a good thing to note here. It has a very large attack modifier, so Tentacle will do a lot of damage. And it's pretty spammable. But this move right here, this is a very interesting move. I only found this out last night. So basically, this attack causes instant death. Now the thing is, from what I've tested, if the enemy is a machine type, like say G3 or the Machine Dragon, it is a guaranteed instant death, which is really, really crazy. Oops. So basically what I've been doing to grind is spamming this attack on any Machine Dragon or G3 I've found, and I instantly kill it. So that's how I managed to get the G3 and the Machine Dragon extremely quickly. And I also have another surprise for you guys that actually relates to that. Anyway, moving on. Whoops, what am I doing? Where was I up to? Yes, Giant Slime Boot. I recruited this as well. Circle resistance against slash, pierce, and blunt, but it has weaknesses to fire and ice, but also grants you 25 HP regeneration. So that would be kind of nice to use if used correctly. Now, this attack here, this thing has killed me plenty of times, but it is a horizontal row electrical attack that is physical based and can cause shock. And that's digestion. It heals some of your HP based on the damage you deal. This is a column attack that decreases physical defense. And this attacks 2 times. I think, yeah, this attacks 2 times. I think that's called Fang Crush, which is a bit weird because slimes don't have fangs. Okay, Kaguya learned a new attack. It is a full screen attack, 150 base power. Now, the thing about this attack is that you can actually pick which element you want. So you can pick fire, ice, earth, or lightning when you use this attack. So Kaguya has very strong single targets, as well as a full screen elemental attack that she can choose. So that's kind of neat. Eren. Eren learns Apollo 13, hits all enemies, and basically will deal 50% damage in 50% of their current HP. Now, obviously, this won't work all the time, so you have to be very careful when you want to use this. You're taking a big gamble. So that's the regular heal. That's Moonlight. Heals in a vertical column. What's this? Oh, this is Spider Net. So this decreases Dex and Agility in a AoE. And this is a full party heal with 1 turn cooldown. Okay, cool. So Aaron is a pretty good healer, it seems, I guess. Yugi, you learned Axe Chaser. And that's about it. Let's see, look at my notes here. Okay, next up is Squishy. Squishy learned Dispel. And she also learned a new passive here. Minus 25% MP consumption for Subterranean Rose. Iku, you learned this attack. Bam! Full screen lightning attack, 130 base power. Marlboro, you learned 100 megavolts. And if you don't know what this does, basically, if it works, it will basically deal 99% of their max HP. So it pretty much drops the enemy down to like a single digit. Only if it works, so it can work, sometimes it only do 1 damage, so, you know, be wary of that. Marlboro also has now circle resistance against status effects, so it's like a pocket ribbon without the elemental resistances, very nice. The Witch is very interesting here, because she learns a Chaos Flare, 250 base power single target fire attack. Wow, wow, wow. Plant Man learned... was it this thing? No. It was this thing, wasn't it? Land Impact, I think. Is this what? Hang on, give me 1 second, I need to look this up. Translate, please. Yeah, it's this move. So what does this do? I don't actually know. Oh, so it's a physical attack with a... and it also adds an earth element to the attack as well. Okay. That's not that big of a deal. Next, Ace Power. You have learned something interesting. You learned this move. I don't know what this is called, but it has 270 base power and is a light attack, single target. So that's kind of neat. Let's see. Where's my notes? Ace Power. Next, RQ. RQ learned Elixir. Now the problem is that this costs us 40 MP, so it's very expensive. But it removes all status effects and completely heals the single target. Okay, next we have Decorabia. Bam! You learned Emerald Pentagram. Okay, so it's a field effect and it increases your all of your parties, all of their stats. So yeah, very useful field effect to have in general, but it's very expensive because it's 45 MP. Kiane learned 3 second treasures. Now, I'm not quite sure what this does, but from what I can read, or what can Atlas translate, it increases the damage you deal and decreases the damage of the enemy, I think. But don't quote me on that. It has something to do with increasing your damage though. That's all I know. Okay, Kaneko learned a new passive here. 10% chance of your regular attack hitting a full screen. Like all enemies on the screen, I think. Let's see. Kaneko. Lesser Vampire. Bam, where are you? Bam, Lesser Vampire, you learned Abyss. Abyss, 200 base power, dark attack, single target. Melanchan. Melanchan learns a new move as well. This thing hits 1 to 6 times. Could be useful for Yakuri killing as well, but then again, I also have this move here, which is more consistent. Oh well. Next we have Show. Show. You learnt Tempest. Oh, not Tempest. It's not called Tempest. Testament, sorry. Why did I call it Tempest? That's weird. Anyway, 140 base power, full screen light attack. Next we have PC98 Marissa. You learnt Cosmic Liner. 240 base power, single target Mystic Elemental attack. Yay! Gonna have lots of fun with that. Alice learned Rainbow Shield Wall. So what this does, it will protect your entire party from every single element in the game, which is Fire, Ice, Earth, Light. Fire, Ice, Earth, Lightning, Light, Dark, and Mystic, and protect your whole party. So yeah, that's very useful to have, I think. Unicorn learns Water Pulse. So it hit 40 base power recovery and heals in a large area. So that's kind of nice to have, I guess. Manuscript is next. Manuscript learned Mystic Chaser or Rune Chaser, so it follows after Mystic Elemental attacks. 2 more. Computer Chip Man, you learned Intense Lightning, so that's 100 base power full screen attack. Damage is based on your current HP. And finally, Minariko finally learned her last move at level 35. AoE healing with 30 base power. Yay! Blessing of the Earth, or Earth Blessing. Okay, now that's done with, I need to go through the items I've collected. Which isn't that much, but I'll just highlight the ones that are the most interesting to me. Bam. Okay, so I found the High Ribbon. The Machine Dragon drops this, and as I said before, using the Octopus Doodler with the Instant Death, I got this fairly easily. So Circle Circle resistance against Fire, Ice, Earth, Lightning, Light and Dark, and Circle Circle resistance against all status effects. Now you can upgrade the High Ribbon into the Hakare Ribbon, but I don't have the materials for that. So I will do that later, because the Hakare Ribbon is like really nice. Next, weapons. Now the only weapon I want to take note of here is this one here, the Ultimate Weapon. From... Oh no, wait, sorry. Let me rewind. The High Ribbon you get from G3. Sorry, my mistake. I was thinking of the Cyber Dragon in Genius of Sapphiros. The G3 drops the High Ribbon, right? The Machine Dragon drops the Ultimate Weapon. Now, the Ultimate Weapon is very weird. 199 physical attack, 70 accuracy. Now, what it says here, from if I can read this correctly, is that the attack power that you get from the Ultimate Weapon is based on your maximum HP. So the more HP you have, the more attack power you will get from the Ultimate Weapon. But also, the amount of damage you deal during battles is dependent on your HP. So if you have less HP, this will do less damage. So you want to keep your character at full HP and have a very high HP pool in order for your Ultimate Weapon to deal maximum damage. So I probably won't use that until very later on in the game. I also crafted some spears, so I crafted this spear from Rinosuke, I crafted the Rune Axe from Rinosuke, I picked up this wand from somewhere, not that useful though, I crafted the Kusanagi sword, and that is it. Okay. Oh, also by the way, I crafted the Aegis Shield as well, obviously, because Aegis Shield is badass. Okay, now that is all good and done with, we can now actually continue on with the final tower. Oh my god, sorry for taking so long, but as we go along through the game, there'll be less of those occurring because there will be less things to learn and less weapons to get and items. So yeah, we need to go through each of these 3 areas here to essentially make the last boss easier on myself, as well as I want to explore and get all the items here. So I think I want to do Chloe first. Well, my game's lagging. Oh, come on. Okay, good. Now, I haven't shown my party setup, but basically I've oriented myself to actually deal pretty much light damage to everything, like, ever. Because I'm pretty sure all the enemies here are, like, weak to dark attacks. Orihakam piece. Yay. So let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. Boop. Death Raider. Okay, I know I can recruit these, so I'm going to go battle these guys. Okay. So, you have light attacks. Let's use Holy. Oh, I don't have, Holy Cross Slash. Damn it. Okay, I need to bring that along next time. Boop. Okay, my Notori's basically supports, but I think I'll be fine. Do you have anything? Oh, yes, you do. You have, this attack. Let's go abuse that. And I have Evolution Breath. Evolution Breath time. Bam. Oh, I even poisoned them too. Fantastic. Yeah, look at that Evolution Breath. Just smother everything with light. Feels good, man. Oh, you died instantly. Okay. That dealt a lot of damage. Oh, yeah. Oh, that... Why does that do so much damage? That's crazy. But that's okay. I think I can handle these guys. But first of all, Yuka, you need... I don't need Demon Bane. I need Holy... where is it? This thing! Because that gives me Slayers against the Death Raiders. Okay, so we have Midnight. Okay, 2000 HP. That might concern me a little bit, but that's okay. I'm gonna bop you in the face. Use this on you. Bop you. Single target you. And Evolution Breath. Evolution Breath is awesome because it's so cheap. If only there was a Shikigami that I have right now that actually gives me a -1 turn cooldown on Evolution Breath, that would have been perfect. Because then I could just spam Evolution Breath every round. But I can't. So that's a bit of a shame. Oh. That wasn't how I wanted it to go, but that's okay. Sonic Blade you to death. Death for you, Mr. Midnight Guy. Oh, you died from missing death. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, you're not dead yet. That's a bit worrisome. Where's my Evolution Breath? Bam. Yeah. Nice. Any goodies? Nope, but I got a Death Rider. A Death Raider. Yeah. That was actually a lot simpler than I expected it to be. Huh. So, who do I want to replace in this thing? You know what? I don't think I need Koishi for my Patchouli, so I can get rid of that. Because Koishi only gives stats, so that I don't really need stats at this point. Okay, so what do you do here? Let's see. Your first skill is you get... Oh, so this increases the damage on skills that have a HP absorb effect on it by 10%. Okay, and then what's the secondary effect? It increases the HP absorption ratio that you get by 25% as well. Wow, okay. So that's... whoops, that's kind of neat. So what do you have here? Bam. What is this? Ah, shield attack. Okay, so what does this do? Whoop, sorry. I'm not quite sure what that actually says, so yeah. But it's a shield attack, so it uses your shield to attack. So I assume the power of the attack is also based on your shield or something? I don't know. Just a guess. So what does this do? Aha! Blood Sword. So this is what this thing was using on me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Okay, so the damage of this attack is also based on the maximum HP of the target. So, wow, okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Oh wow, this looks like a remake of the tower with Chloe in it. Interesting, so what's over here? I'm gonna dodge some of these guys, because I already got the Shikigami that I want to recruit, so there really isn't that much point in fighting these guys still. But, you know what, if I encounter something, I can kill it, I think. So what's this? Adamantite piece. So I'm going to assume the last 3 areas here are basically just going to give me Adamantite and Orihauken. So what's this? I don't know. Oh, you're a turtle. You're a turtle. But I don't care. Run. Hey, you use Taunt. You have Meteor Zapper. Oh, my Marissa took a lot of damage. What a shame. What's up here? Hey, it's a duder with a computer chip. I don't care. Run. Alrighty. What's up here? No. Stop running into enemy, Chef. That is a bad Chef. Don't. Stop running into stuff that you can dodge. Okay, those things can buff magic attack. I need to keep that in mind if I want to fight anything. Whoa! 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 Okay. That's a lot of dudes. That's a lot of dudes. Dude. Dude, what the heck? Dude. That's crazy.